Hey, this is Central Booking, and I had a special guest earlier, and he was one ignorant motherfucker.
So, ladies, please don't take this asshole serious. The guy's fucked up. And we're gonna roll the interview between him and Central Booking.
Hey, this is the K Central Show, and I am Central Booking. My other host, K Krim, is out today, so we have a special guest that I'm going to interview. And his name is the James Reverend MGTOW.
That's right.
How you doing?
That's right. It's J. Oh, shit. I'm live. Am I live?
You all right?
Are
Come
you
on,
talking to me?
Come on now. Come on.
Yeah.
It's okay. We on radio.
I'm
Talk
Reverend.
to the people out here. Let them know what you're about.
I'm Reverend James MGTOW, goddammit. I heard you had some questions to ask me. I'm so excited.
Oh yeah, well, you know, there's a lot of things going on, and I know that you've been around for a while, and you were telling me about some things before we got on there.
What you talking about, young man?
You know about your DV cases. So how many have you had since the OJ case?
That's a low blow, but you know, I came on here because I liked your old day show, and I'm fighting 45 DV cases right now, young man.
45?
Yeah, man. You know, I can't keep my hands to myself. I got a real bad temper. You know what I mean?
So what's your outlook on women, bruh?
My outlook on women? Oh shit, I got a good outlook on women. My outlook on women is when they naked. That's the only time I want to look at their motherfucking ass. Shit.
All right, brother. All right, my brother. Well, you know that women do other things than that, right? You know, like Oprah, she's one of the richest women in the world. You know, Serena, she done won 23 Grand Slams.
You tripping?
Maya Angelou, she's a famous poet.
Hey man, I'm about to get
man.
out of here, man. I'm about to get over. You're always lifting them up. Why you lifting them up, my brother?
So what's your advice to what advice would you give young men then?
The advice I would give young men is to get out here and spread STDs, make babies, and run out the goddamn house, nigga. That's the advice I would give young men.
Oh my God,
yes.
yo. Oh man.
And bring me some crack.
Do you hear this guy?
Even you young guys here, bring me some crack. And I get on that lean too, goddammit. Shit. So if you got some, holla at your boy Reverend James MGTOW. Hey, leave the number. Hey, can you leave my number in the description box? Can you leave my number?
Yeah, we'll leave your number, bro. It's all right. We'll get your number out there to those who want it. So what was the reason you became MGTOW, brother?
Oh man,
brother James.
You know, I was in the alley. You know what I'm saying? One day I was high as hell. And, you know, I was in that zone. You hear me? Yeah. I was feeling good. I went to sleep and I woke up and I heard a song, and it said, "These hoes ain't loyal." And I was sitting back, you know, and I was hurting from my STDs that I just caught, you know, from my bitch earlier. And you know what? I said, that's the ticket. I'm about to be a MGTOW, because these hoes ain't loyal. That's why.
Okay. All right.
I gotta go to the clinic tomorrow.
So who's your hero? Who's your hero, Reverend MGTOW?
What do you mean, who's my hero?
Who's your hero, you know?
I don't have no damn heroes.
You don't have no heroes?
Nah, I ain't got no goddamn heroes.
Well, who do you listen to then? Who gives you that inspiration?
Who gives me that inspiration?
Yeah.
Nigga, if you ask me another dumbass questions like that, I don't have no inspiration. The only inspiration I get is crack. That's it. That's what make me get up in the morning, bro.
Okay.
I gotta smoke and hit the lean.
Oh man, ain't you a little too old to be doing that?
Yeah, I am, bro, but it feel good than a motherfucker. Especially now that I got these STDs and I'm in pain and the doctor won't see me. They already saw me 30 times this year, nigga. What else you wanna know, young man?
Well, well, what would you?
God damn it, I'm just an ignorant motherfucker. But go ahead.
Okay, now, like I said,
my mama didn't love me.
So you don't have any heroes out there? Nobody inspired you?
Nah, nobody inspired me.
Oh, okay. So, well, I guess we're gonna wrap this up. My name is Central Booking, and
what's wrong, son? The cat got your tongue, you alright?
Oh, nah, I'm
You ain't got
fine.
no more questions, do you? Let me tell you something, man. I'm about to tell you something. I caught 12 STDs in 2 years. These hoes ain't shit. Last bitch I lived with had doo-doo stains in her damn pantyhose. So what you talking about? And you want to ask me the question why I got attitude? I blame these motherfuckers for everything. You understand?
Right. Okay.
Shit, my first girlfriend got me on these damn drugs. My life is ruined. You know anybody who can hook me up?
No, I don't, bro. I really don't know anybody.
Well, I'm about to get on out this interview, man. Let me hold $10. Can I hold $10? I got you.
Yeah, we got you. Hey, give him $10. All right. I guess we're gonna wrap this up now. This is Central Booking, and this is the K Central Show.
And this is Reverend James MGTOW.
Hey, this is the K Central Show. I am your host, Central Booking.
And I'm K Cream. What's up, people? And we had kind of got cut off on the last show, and we wanted to expound extra on this show. And Central Booking,
Yes.
I have a question for you,
Okay.
and to the people also, I have a question. You know, in general, these couples getting into fights and arguments nowadays, and the police being called. Have you ever personally experienced this Central Booking?
I have, but actually not in a DV way.
Okay.
You know, I'm sure you know that one of my exes has mental problems. You know, she's bipolar, and there were times that, you know, with her being in that situation, that I've had to call the cops. You know what I'm saying? In order to try and get her to go to the hospital.
Hold on. That's another thing we didn't even really get on. How many times a woman might go into an episode, or she might have a mental problem, or have something mentally wrong with her, and she calls and they take her seriously.
Right.
Now you've created a whole new mess.
Yes.
And it might be some just simple as she going through a crisis.
Exactly.
And I don't think they look at that. I don't think they look at that enough when they come arrest you. And another thing, they were saying there was a certain amount of people out of the workforce, right?
Right.
Now, a lot of these guys probably got DVs out of the workforce. I don't know, but I'm just thinking, man, how many guys want to work and can't work because of something stupid they did? And a lot of times, I don't even think they're letting this stuff. Do they let this stuff get expunged now?
Sometimes they don't. You know how hard it is to get something expunged off your record?
Because they're keeping a lot of these DVs on these guys' records.
Yeah.
And if you get a certain amount, how many DVs can you get? I don't know. But I think if you get a certain amount of DVs, you can't even get them off your record.
Right.
If you did this at 19, then when you're 19, and then when you're 30, you're a different person. You're supposed to be.
Right.
That means you can still be facing some bullshit that you did at 19 years old. You're still kind of labeled.
Uh-huh.
I don't think that's fair.
Nah, it's not. And it's another way, once again, to stop us from competing.
Hold on. What do you mean, Central?
Come on, you know what I mean. You know what
you talking about the brothers?
Yes. No, I'm talking about the brothers, and I'm talking to you brothers out there. You know, it's another way to stop us from competing for work. You know what I'm saying? And for other things that you might want. You know what I mean? But you might be trying to get an apartment, and they do a background check on you and see, hey, you got like 3 domestic violence cases. You can't live here.
Now, a young lady told me, we didn't, in the last episode, touch on enough of how the ladies are victims. Now, like I said, when I gave the example of my cousin hitting his girlfriend, she had plenty of options to leave that situation. She could have left. She was not even stuck in that situation. They were girlfriend and boyfriend.
Exactly.
They didn't live together.
Right.
She had her own little home, her own family, a father, a home, and a structure. The question is, why would this girl want to come over and get hit by this guy? And psychologically, he wasn't a smart guy.
Right.
He was not no great what you call a guy who can manipulate people. He wasn't that.
Right.
What he was he was tall, built, and handsome, and athletic. You understand?
Yeah.
And she took that ass whooping.
Right.
Now, of course, this was pre OJ, and I'm not, ladies, or whoever listens to this video, I'm not condoning a man hitting a woman. I'm not. You understand? But back in those days, we didn't have to worry about the cops being called or the cops coming into your home and being all in your business. So it was definitely a different time, and OJ just fucked that up, and right after him it just changed. And now, if you notice now, every time you look on TV, the women are like the face of domestic violence.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that?
Yes.
Every time you look, men get hit.
Right.
You hear about men get assaulted by women all the time, but when you're a man, we ain't gonna go down, and most of us ain't gonna go down and dial 911 because you're looked at as weak.
Yeah.
So as a man, you have to take that abuse.
Yeah.
And a lot of times we get psychologically abused. So
and that doesn't talk about the abuse that woman might put on you anyway. It's just like we were saying, in 87% of marriages, women cheat, and they say this themselves. So that's another abuse to a man.
To a man, yeah.
And that's
a devil.
It could also be a force that makes him put his hands on you, possibly, because behind his back you're doing things for yourself. You're doing something that you're telling him you're unsatisfied with him when you married him, or you picked this man to be with. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's not me condoning what should happen to you. It's just a factor of what can happen.
And it can set that dude off.
Right.
And women, I've seen this personally. And it's not that we're saying men are right for hitting. Once again,
No.
we're going to say this. We're not saying that guys are right for hitting.
No.
But men are human beings also. Men do have feelings, even though society is taught that a lot of men don't have feelings in this society. And don't get it twisted. Once again, ladies, or men, brothers out there, if you have to put your hands on a female in a relationship, you just don't need to be with her.
No.
Bottom line, you don't need to be with her because now with these new laws and after OJ about to get back out, I heard this summer.
Oh, he is.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna send him some hate mail in the mail because he fucked it up for a lot of brothers.
Right.
And he fucked it up for a lot of families because of that. It's like that ignorant fool you had on your show earlier.
Reverend Nick Terrell.
Yeah. He all fucked up.
Right.
I talked to the guy. You see him at Church's Chicken all the time, standing out on Church's Chicken with a Bible in his hand. He looked cracked out half the time. So. But domestic violence ruined that brother's life.
Yeah, it sure did.
So
He got 45 cases. Bro, I don't know how you out.
And, there's some men out here, ladies. Y'all got to be careful. They got some tempers. Some men out here don't give a fuck. They get into their zone. They don't care. They ain't thinking.
That's it.
And you can't be emotional nowadays because sometimes your emotion, especially with this technology like Facebook Live and all this, can just get you hemmed up in a situation that you didn't want to be in. So we were just expounding on this second part of the OJ and black women since the first one got cut off. And we were just kind of, coming back in and touching it a little bit. And for the women out there that feel like they're in these situations and they're victims, or they got married to the guy and they're victims, I don't understand how in this day and age you can be a victim. And the only way I don't understand it is because they got a lot of programs for women.
Yeah.
They got women's shelters. They got, just name them. They got a lot of programs.
So you got a lot of help out there.
Yeah.
And I know sometimes it might be hard for you to go out there and get that help. I know it's embarrassing to some of y'all, but you have to be able to stand up. If you were able to stand up and get yourself in that relationship, you can stand up and get yourself out.
So And for men, man, just I guess we're kind of off topic a little bit, off base is a little different from what we were saying the last time. But the thing is, all we were trying to do really is just break down the history of how this shit started.
Right.
And up until 1995, 1996, 1997 came around, the late 90s came around, man. It was a total different game. I mean, the game just totally changed. I remember, this was like in the early 2000s. I'm going to tell a personal story. I was, messing with this little girl on the college campus, right? And, when you're a young guy, you kind of rowdy. You silly. Like young guys is, right?
Yeah.
And, I had this dude with me, and he was kind of awkward. He was from Chicago, so, he was real awkward. His name was Zoe. And me and Zoe, we went up to the girls' dorms, to kick it with the girls or whatever. They were young. They were like freshmen.
Mm-hmm.
And he did something that offended the other girl. And it was some dumb shit. It was the dumbest shit. What he said something, and she got offended by it.
Mm-hmm.
And the first thing she threatened to do? Guess what?
Call the police.
Off of something this guy said. And I'm looking at her like, really? Off of something he said? You were offended. You felt some type of way in that moment. So you ready to call the police? And of course she didn't. Her girlfriend checked her. Her girlfriend came and checked her because her girlfriend, hey, these guys, they got, we trying to party. We
right.
drinking. And you going to just get up and think you better than everybody?
Right.
Just because you not feeling something a guy said? And it was kind of like, I guess, side hating too, because, he was going to hook up with her friend. And then I was hooking up with the other girl, and she was kind of left out. But in reality, she shouldn't have been, because she was the best looking between all of them.
Right.
You get me?
Exactly.
So people, some of them call the cops for just dumb shit, just the dumbest reasons, and that's because of OJ. Now he gave them that power. They know that if I call 911, I could possibly ruin you, or if I don't ruin you, inconvenience you.
Yeah. Because
since you're a man and I can't physically control you.
Right.
I can't physically control you. I can't physically beat you.
Right.
But I can call that damn man on you, and he can come in and control you. You understand?
Yeah.
Now, sometimes that's used as a control mechanism towards the man.
It is.
It really is. He's getting out of his place. I'll show him. 911. What you think that man, a lot of those men, what you think they're going to do unless he's just a straight out thug? Right. If he's a working man with sense, what do you think he's going to do? They're going to chill out.
Chill out, yeah. Because he doesn't want to go to jail. He doesn't need court cases pending.
Right, because he got to go to work. He got bills to pay.
Yeah.
And oftentimes, I'm going to say this again, ladies, sometimes you can shoot yourself in the foot if it's just a little petty argument. Let it go. Sometimes even if you can't have your way, that's life. People gonna have differences. I remember a girl threatened to call the police over me over a text that I gave her that she was offended. You know what she did? She was like, "Listen, I'm gonna call the cops on you over a text." Over a text, man.
Yeah.
I ain't making this shit up.
Right.
They call the cops for some of the stupid. I'm a tall, bigger guy, so I don't get no love.
Yeah.
I don't get no love. If I breathe wrong,
it's a possible.
Yeah.
I could possibly be murdered.
Right, and of course, they quick to dial on the brother. Now, and for what? Sometimes it's just a disagreement, and sometimes if you don't agree with a woman, some women would look at you like that's a violent act towards her.
Right.
And a lot of times, the next day, y'all cool. After the little offense is done, you cool.
Right.
So I mean, it is what it is. OJ fucked it up. If he get out, I'm gonna send him some hate mail. I might hang a cat on his crib roof or something. Try to put a root on his ass. Y'all, and we out.
One.
K Central Show.